Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. Today I have a really cool video for you guys. We had Trackman visit the GSV studios to see if the Trackman TM4 radar device would work. I should say radar and camera device will work in such a short environment like we have here in the GSV studios. Now this is actually an introduction video for the introduction of the video. The reason is because Aaron, the rep from Trackman, spent so much time, hours here in our studio, showing us the different software that's available on the PC, the different software that's available on the iPad. We did video swing recording on how it can have multiple devices. We did putting and chipping and driving. We did virtual course play out on real golf courses. We did a ton of stuff. And so I wanted to make sure you guys understood that this is just a small scratch of the surface of what he actually showed me. So we're going to have to do more Trackman coverage in the future. Hopefully we'll have a unit here in the GSV studios soon, and that way we'll be able to do comparisons with it. So the other thing I wanted to make sure you guys knew is that we kind of did the camera on the fly, so give me a break. We did our best just to kind of throw some video together so you guys could get a sneak peek of it performing inside the studio. Did it have any misreads? Can it read putts inside of this type of environment? You're about to find out, so get excited. Here we go. Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. Today we've got something really special for you. I'm here with my friend Aaron from Trackman, and we brought the TM4 Mac Daddy of radar units in the Golf Simulator studio. Aaron's going to help us show off just a couple little preview items. We wanted to make sure that the unit was capable of working in this environment. If you remember that video I showed a while ago that kind of showed you the space we're working in, it's a little limited. I mean, if you measure from this back wall where this camera's jammed up against to the screen, I think we did it with a laser. It was like just over 17
Just over 17.
feet. Yeah, just over 17 feet. So I was skeptical, saying, well, hold on, before we talk about purchasing a unit of this price, which is, what's retail on the indoor unit right now?
$19,000.
$19,000, which everybody keeps asking that they want to see Trackman compared to everything else that we have. So we're talking to the guys. We're going to see what we can do, but will it work inside the GSV studio? We're here to show you today. So without further ado, let's just dive right in and we'll show you guys a couple pieces of Trackman TM4 inside the Golf Simulator studio. Will it work? You're about to find out. All right, so here we are on the laptop. And the reason that I wanted to grab my phone and actually show the screen is just because the quality, we have so many lights going on here inside of the GSV studio. I figured I'd show you guys this screenshot. So here we are, target practice range. We're going to go out. It's going to select a username because it stores all data if you have a username in there, right?
Correct.
Which is awesome. And that's per club, I would assume?
Per owner. So if you own a Trackman, you then have your own set of data.
I'm sorry, I meant golf club. That's my bad.
Oh, sure.
You know, whatever club you're hitting.
Correct.
It's going to store all your pitching wedge if you want, or is it session?
Per session and club. So you can pull your session back.
But you can pull infinite data as well?
It all gets stored up on the cloud in your My Trackman profile.
It's awesome. That's fantastic. The one thing you guys will notice, and I'll point it out when it loads here, obviously loading a lot of graphics. I do appreciate what they've done with the 3D grass here. What the name of the new software and the virtual golf is called what?
So it's Trackman's own virtual golf software. It's called VG2.
Okay. All right. Once you guys get out here, you'll notice he's going to select his distance. Okay. We've got a ton of targets to choose from. And you'll notice, I'll try to zoom in for you. You can actually place the ball in this 3D rough. So we're on the fairway there. Check out what he's going to do here. And I'll try to get really close. Look how crisp the 3D grass is. I was impressed by that. I've seen a lot of sim software. They've done a great job with it. So now you are set up with the proper club. So you've picked that. You have a 55 yard. You want to move it out to the fairway?
Yep, I'll move it back to the fairway. But just to show when we're in that semi-rough, what happens to your spin and your power reduction. So it automatically shows you your spin and power reduction when you're practicing these shots.
And I forgot about that. You showed me that. So yeah, full, obviously zero penalty if you're on the fairway, but when you place it in the rough, you actually get that deduction. It's taking off a spin.
Correct.
That's awesome.
So move back to the tee box. And then even once we're in the tee box, if I want to move across the tee and get a different angle into that pin, I can. So anywhere on the virtual range, I can place a golf ball and hit a shot. So now we have 58 yards to the pin. I'm going to move this to a 58-degree wedge. And then we're ready to go. If we want to get a little bit better view to see what this shot looks like, I can hit the pop-up setting.
Check that out.
It's pretty awesome. Gives you a nice overview of the range.
Absolutely. Great facility.
If I want to do a flyover too, we could do a flyover. This is a small shot, so we won't worry about that.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go ahead and hit a shot.
All right. So go ahead and switch to the main screen here. 58 yards. Sorry to put you on the spot. We just don't want to show off my golf game. Oh, nice. You got it up. Hit the ceiling.
Oh, not bad.
Well done.
Not bad.
Anytime you catch just behind the screen, I mean, you're getting some good angles. Now, if you guys look up in the upper right there, you've got club speed, attack angle, club path, face to path, smash factor, launch angle. There you go. Launch angle, 39 degrees. Pretty good launch angle there. Spin rate, 56.28, and a carry of 50 yards.
Now, in the virtual test center, we're only showing you 8 data tiles. But if I select on the data tiles, you can then see the rest of the information that's out there. So I can toggle on and off those data tiles. But the idea in the virtual center is that you're not going to get too wrapped up in every single data tile that's out there. 8 data tiles is plenty for you. If you only select 4, it'll only show you 4 data tiles. Those happen to be the 8 that we have on the screen at this point. And I'll hit it 6 yards from the pin, which is pretty nice. It tells me
that's awesome.
How close.
Well done.
So I'm going to get rid of smash factor with the wedge.
I'm going to go ahead and start our video back up on our... There we go. So now we're looking back on the screen there. Those are the tiles that he was talking about. Very cool. I mean, look at all that data. That's awesome. And you can select different points to display.
Yep, so you'd take one off. So carry, I could take carry off, and I could go for my total. With wedges, it's pretty important. You want to know exactly where that ball's landing, and I had 2 yards of release on that particular shot. Yeah. My attack angle, let's see, let's just get rid of club head speed, and then I can have my carry and my total.
There you go.
And then again, only 6 feet from the pin. So it's a pretty good shot.
That was an awesome shot. Well done. You want to hit one more for us?
Let's do another one.
All right.
See if I can get closer than, 6 yards I said?
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
All right, let's see what we can do. I only hit that, 50 and 52 in the air?
Yeah, you got it up high.
Oh, I tugged that one. Ah, the pull. Down.
But I think that's great. I mean, it showed, the read. And, if you notice, look at the spin you got on that one. 84.70. So, 63 carry, 66 yards, and you got your face to path, attack angle, club path, and launch angle.
Yeah, and you can see my path negative 7.2, so that was definitely the pull. Hit that dead left.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and show them what's next. All right, guys, so really quick, I wanted just to show you the current setup here. Now, we're set up for putting, so get excited because I always have people talk about putting and the Trackman indoor. Well, here it is. I wanted to show you guys how it's set up. So we're not even using my whole space because I have a wall right behind the unit. So I'm sure everybody was probably asking, well, how are you even going to set that thing up? Well, here you go. So I'll give you kind of a low profile view of how we have this thing set up in here. I think it's going to work. I think we need to save up our pennies here and get the Trackman coming in to do comparisons inside the studio. I think this is great. So let's move on to putting. Will the Trackman read putting in the GSV studio? Here we go. All right, so here we are. We are out at the same practice facility, right?
Same practice facility.
Okay, yep. And so now we're out on one of the greens. You can simply place the ball where you want, select that pin placement. We'll show everybody after this, but I want to say there was multiple flags on the one green?
Correct.
Very cool. Okay, so we're set up for a 21-foot putt downhill 2 inches. Okay. There we go. Wow, dead straight. Nice putt.
And we had the greens. We changed the stump to 8 instead of 10.
Which makes it interesting.
I didn't quite give it enough respect. Should have hit it a little harder.
And you know what? Springtime. They're rolling slow.
They're rolling slow.
Right? So what you guys will find out that's interesting. And you know what? I apologize for the camera setup today. We're kind of doing this on the fly. But what I thought was really, really cool. So Aaron went into the settings and calibrated this thing. And it will show you the sweet spots. And what we found, because we have such a short distance for putting, this is kind of the sweet spot is up here. But we found out that it was actually a really good thing.
Correct.
Because I have this soft strike mat and now we're putting on the smooth surface up here. So it really works out as a big benefit. You know, I thought that was really cool.
It does, because the TrackMan is gonna track the golf ball coming off from the strike surface down to the putting surface, which is going to create some more bounces, skid.
Yes.
So it's important to be on that flat surface so you don't have that little bit of a transition strip. So it actually, like you said, worked to our advantage of having the ball slightly farther forward.
And just so you guys know what he's talking about there, I know some people know TrackMan real well, some don't, but I don't know it that well. And the way that it measures the ball when your face is either too far down or too far up, and that ball is either, you know, you said the tour pros like to kind of skid that ball along the, the green, and this can actually read if they're up or down and it's bouncing.
Correct. Yeah. So if you're striking down on the ball, you're going to compress that ball into the turf, and it's going to pop up, it's going to knuckle in the air, and then roll out. If you catch up on the ball, it's then going to make it bounce, which in essence, when you're rolling the ball off this turf, you're creating that one extra bounce. And then the best players in the world will actually strike the ball perfectly where it slides across the grass. Now, granted, the ball is always sitting down into its own little dimple because of gravity, but
they're trying to. Yeah.
But the ball, in comparison to the other two ways the ball rolls out, it's sliding across the top of the grass and it rolls out. So we measure things in practice like rollout percentage. So when a tour player, when they hit a putt, it's in the 90s. When an amateur hits a putt, it could be in the 50% rollout. Or if you get one in the 70s, say, man, I hit that one really good.
Jay's 40.
40. I think it was better than that. You hit some in the 70s. So,
and that's something that we couldn't show today. You guys have some pretty impressive putting software coming. We won't talk about that, but constant updates coming.
Constant updates. So that's one cool thing about the company. So they never stop. They strive for perfection, and usually at least once a quarter they're going to come out with a significant update that makes it even more exciting. So they want the most precise data in the industry, and they have it, and they continue to make it even better and better.
I'm very impressed. So why don't you hit one more from 21 feet, and then maybe we'll change it up for them and show them a short putt.
Ooh, that one might be a little better.
Oh! Camera. This is not staged, ladies and gentlemen. Well done.
Not bad.
That's awesome. So the big thing that a lot of people want to see, and I can kind of switch to the other camera really quick here. Let me go ahead and get that out. So one, why don't you just show everybody how you change moving the ball and moving the pin. We don't have to move the pin necessarily, but set us up for like a 10-foot putt.
Sure. And, the one thing I didn't do, I can hit the grid so you can see a little bit of the grid changing when it's on the green, what kind of slope you have on there.
Nice.
So there's the pin location. So if I want to move the ball around, I can then just select the golf ball there, and then I just move it around the green. And then I can now go anywhere on this green and hit putts. So if I wanted to, so that's an 8-foot putt there. So if I wanted to roll something a little bit shorter, I can do it. I hit done. There's the target. Again, if I want to show some of the grid lines on there, I could show the grid lines. I can see it breaking right to left. I have the tracer on there. I'm going to get rid of that. And then now I can just go ahead and do it's a level putt there too. You can see it's at a 0. So
we're using the line to break, kind of like you guys see me do a lot of times in E6 here. We'll switch off, go to the main video here. So when you're aligning to break, you're trying to hit the speed and you're just hitting it dead straight. So a lot of people play sim golf that way. You're working on your speed. You can align it yourself if you want, but so 8 feet. Can TrackMan do it? I think that was a little hard. And it
was a little hard.
It read that really well.
I was trying to hit it through the break.
Well, and that's the thing. So we're playing 8, and it's 10 to the screen. Well, it's actually less than 10. It's about 9 to the screen because we're in front. So, did it move us?
Let's see. Yeah, because I reset that the first time. So let's go spot pin.
Let's go back
feet. Let's see.
So give us 1 second here.
Oops.
As we reset that.
Oops, select target. There we go. Good. Done. There we go.
Perfect. Excuse me again. So,
well, and I think
you're downhill 1 inch. I guess I
am downhill. Well, and one, I think, important thing, when you're practicing putting in a sim, if you don't do the aim putting, I think everyone overreads it. Yeah. Same thing when you're playing a normal hole. If you don't use the aimed fairway, people tend to hit way off. They just can't put in perspective the screen.
You have to block it out.
Yep, they go too far to the right, too far to the left, so they hit big pulls, big pushes. It's not nearly as much fun. So part of sim golf is not only the accuracy, but
give it to me. I'll see if I can.
Oh, you're in. Get in there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you guys see me miss enough putts in all of the other videos. Why not one here? Well, I don't know. We'll try. See what we can do. 8 feet, 1 inch down, 1 inch. No, I don't know if it's going to read that.
Oh! Well done.
Lie. So usually, in a radar unit indoor, I feel like I would have been a little skeptical of that because I mean I hit that pretty soft.
It was really soft.
The turf's rolling. I mean this must roll. I mean, what's your honest opinion? I mean, does it roll at a 9 or 10? I
think it's rolling at a 9 or 10. It's nice and smooth. You got a nice surface here. It's not matted down. It's terrific.
Wow, that was impressive. So, anything else you want to show them today?
Well, we can hit some tee shots too. Should we hit some tee shots in the virtual?
Let's hit a couple balls out in the
Let's hit some tee shots. Okay.
All right. So we are back at the virtual test center. Aaron has decided to put it all on the line because that I would probably miss one 100 yards to the right, and he's going to hit a driver. And you're not even hitting your driver, you're hitting my driver.
It's a house driver, house rule. So
house rule.
When you go,
we're going to let him fire it away. How will the Trackman perform in this short environment with limited ball flight? I'm excited to see it. Let's go for it. Oh, nice drive.
That's pretty good, the house driver.
With the house. That's
the house driver. Oh, get right a little bit.
He hit a couple test shots just so everyone knows. I'm sure you'll see the dots out there. Wanted to make sure that he could hit my driver. Well, obviously he can because the dots are in the center. Here's what I'm impressed with is the data that's being picked up. We are roughly 7 feet, Trackman to ball. Attack angle 4.2, club path -1.4, launch angle 13.4, spin a 3340, carry a 264, a total of 279, club head speed 108.5, smash factor 1.49. I'm not an expert. I'm not benchmarking this against anything right now. But my personal opinion, it's doing a damn good job.
Yeah, I'm very happy with those numbers. And the spin should be high. So this is more of a spinny driver than what I'm used to playing. So that would affect my total distance and my total carry. But club head speed spot on. Smash factor, I hit it pretty close to the sweet spot. I try to miss him in the center. And path, that's about right.
I'll take that drive every single time.
Let me see if I can hit a hard one for you. How's that sound? Let's swing really hard at one. I've got my sneakers on. What do they call them? Trainers?
Yeah.
I have my trainers on.
I noticed that.
All right, we'll go real hard.
People appreciate that we don't, we don't chop and cut things here. We do it real.
Exactly.
Oh.
I need that to peel a little bit. Peel! Oh, tugged it a tiny bit. Get in the trees.
I love how it has the 2 fairways. So, I mean, you're bombing it down the center. Dude, you crushed that thing. Carried it 274. So attack angle 4.5, club path 0.3, launch angle 10.8. You got the launch angle down a little bit and the spin down.
Got the spin down.
I mean, that was a real, and look at the club head speed, 113.3. Man, I'll tell you what, between the ball speed and club head speed, your smash factor was 1.48. I mean, for crushing one like that.
So those last 2 shots were a little bit of draw. So what I'll do now is I'll actually re-aim the unit. So I'm going to aim down the right side there and actually play the draw. So let's see what happens. And if we want to see where I'm aimed, I can select that and then show my markers. There we go.
So just so you guys understand, because I'm not recording the screen right there. If you look down in the lower right here, there's that mini map, and he's just clicking and aiming wherever he wants. And there's 2 fairways that you can see. I mean, you can see the 2 fairways really easily out there. Great practice facility.
So 321 to the pin, and then I just aimed 278 to the right side. That covers that right bunker. So that last tee shot would have pretty much covered that bunker. Let's see what I can do on this one here. Hopefully I don't whiff it, right? Swinging hard's tricky.
Gonna do it?
Come on. Oh, look at that.
It's coming around.
I'm pretty happy with it. I'll take that one.
You ended up right at the pin.
There we go.
The pin. Not the carry that you're capable of.
That's all right. It's in the fairway.
I would take that all day long.
Pretty happy with those numbers.
All day long. Are you kidding me?
Got that one a little spinnier, so it went higher, but...
Club head speed 109.9. So, you know, it actually was a little less club head speed that time. I didn't feel like that it was as fast. You want to hit one more?
Let's go one more. One more.
Oh, man, we're really pressured in here.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. Really appreciate you visiting.
Absolutely.
We're excited to hopefully, you know, grow the channel and get one of these in here ASAP.
I'm excited to see a orange box in the studio, I'll be honest. All right.
Looks good back there, doesn't it?
It looks really good. Nice contrast against the dark wall.
Yeah, good. That's funny.
Oh, that was hit hard. Little pull, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I covered it. Covered it. Oh, I missed a tree, though. Bum.
Hey, when you're swinging that hard, I mean, I'm sorry. 114.6. I mean, you would have had to hit that sucker square and center.
They give them, you always got to end on a winner. What do they give them in the long drive contest?
For another?
Yeah, I get one more, right? You can't finish on that, right?
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, when these guys start swinging that hard, I mean, they've got a couple in the middle, but
they get 8 swings to get one on the grid.
Oh, I think.
Oh no! Sniped it.
Man.
Nope. Bum.
I think that we take your first couple that you crushed and we throw those out the window. It's up to you. You can hit one more if you want. But
those are pretty good. You know what I'll do? I'll just do a smooth tempo.
There you go.
And that just goes to show 4 miles an hour faster.
I mean, you're swinging after that.
That was pretty. That one wasn't very good. Not my best. Not my best.
That sounded pretty damn solid to me.
That looks a little better.
There you go.
Little draw.
Reading the driver really well with limited flight. I mean, you're hitting this, 159 mile per hour ball speed. I mean, and it's picking it up. That's really impressive. So before we jump off, because I've taken enough of your time, I mean, we went through this thing before we started demoing it. Why don't you just tell them kind of the different, features that you're going to get. If you can kind of break it down real simple, just that what they're going to get inside the software, the different things that they'd be able to, be capable of measuring.
Sure. So the Trackman 4 is an extremely advanced, piece of hardware, but the software that complements it's really outstanding. So one of the most underutilized features, as we discussed earlier, is putting. Yeah. So the Trackman 4, whether it's a indoor license unit or indoor-outdoor license unit, you can use it inside and outside on the putting green. So if you're using it primarily for indoor practice or even backyard mat and net setup, you can still take it to the course with you, roll putts on the green. It's going to track all those putts. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. You get the traditional test center and the traditional driving range. So if you want to do the combines or do your own customized tests, it's really cool. A lot of the NCAA teams and high schools, they write those customized tests. In Michigan, the weather's so bad. You think about spring golf for the boys. Well, how do you have tryouts when there's been rain or snow? I mean, we've had 6 years of poor springs. Yeah. So if you have a Trackman and some of the high schools that utilize them, they'll use the test center of the combine for their qualifying. Wow. And it's tour proven accuracy. So they actually have some, tangible item to benchmark off of to get their starting lineup to go out and compete. You also have the virtual golf center. So from the golf course standpoint, we currently have 66 virtual golf courses that we render and put in the system. Every time a new course comes out, they're released, they automatically update as part of your software. So
yeah, and I wanted to touch on that because I know some people are asking about that. I mean, see, you buy the Trackman unit, and you're getting it all. There's no like this course pack, that course pack. And if they come out with a new one, you're getting it.
Correct. Yeah. So everything is included in the software package. So the Trackman 4, you keep your software up to date. Every time something new comes out, automatically updates for you. So very similar to your phone. When a new app comes out, there's that little cloud on there. Same thing. Fire up your unit, and there it is.
It's grabbing courses. That's awesome. And then obviously you've got all that different software on the PC, but you can also grab your iPad you showed me, take it out there, really simply have all the data points and everything pulled up on that, and that's via Wi-Fi.
Correct. Yeah. So the Trackman unit communicates via Wi-Fi. So if you take your iPad out to the course, it connects right to the unit. Your iPad, you just select the Trackman unit, connect to it, and then you can either go into golf mode, full swing mode, or into putting mode. So if you have an indoor unit, you just take it right over to the range or right over to the green, and you can start rolling putts.
That was a hidden secret you told me about. So you buy the indoor unit, and no, you can't use it for full shots, but you can use it for putting outdoor, and you can use it for what, short chipping?
Short chipping. And then what some people don't, they just kind of forget about is if it's a nice day and you have a net and a mat, use it. It can still be used outside. So the indoor has to do with how far it tracks the golf ball.
Yeah.
So you can use it outside all day long. I do it at my house. So we do the mat and net setup, and I actually will HDMI it to a big TV, and I play virtual golf outside, and it's a blast.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And then one last thing, because I just want to point out the features that you showed me, which, I mean, I was very impressed with, is the ability to hook up other devices for cameras.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that was really cool. So explain that really quick.
Sure. So with the Trackman, it has an internal camera in it already, but then you can hook up to 6 wireless devices. So 6. So in the Apple product line, if it's an Apple iPhone 6 or greater, you download the Trackman camera app, and then same thing, you connect to the Trackman Wi-Fi, and you can set these 6 cameras up anywhere, and when you hit a shot, they'll all sync into the software.
Wow.
And we didn't even discuss the telestrating capability. So if you really, if you take golf lessons and you know what you're looking at in your golf swing, you can also telestrate on the screen. So any of the videos that you have, you can actually go into edit mode and telestrate, the different lines on your body, your head positions, if you're a swayer, the different things that you're trying to look at in slow motion.
Analysis and the graphics. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you didn't show me that, but I think those tools are awesome. So the fact you can do that with all the video that you can pull in, that's amazing.
It's pretty fun.
I'm not gonna lie. It's been a wild ride here. We've only been here for a couple hours, which I appreciate all your time. Is there anything else you want to touch on? I mean, we've covered a lot in a short period of time.
We sure did. I just, it's an outstanding product, and it's a company that stands behind what they produce.
Yeah. No, you guys have really produced an amazing product. I appreciate you visiting the studio today, and hopefully we can work out a deal and get this thing in here so we can do some testing.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Look forward to it. Thank you.